Hey, Ethan here. Did the past really happen? I mean, it surely did. But did it? How do we know that the past actually happened? One of the ways we know that the past really happened is to see what remains of it. We are actually in the Anthropological Museum. For example, look at these musical instruments belonging to the ancient Africa. But how do we know these things belong to so long ago? I mean, that's what we are told. But how do we know?
Another way we can see what remains of the past is in our own society. Most of our traditions have long stories behind them, and by learning about them, we can learn about our most remote ancestors.
We are in Las Ventas. Here, thousands of people need to see how a bullfighter fights a bull. It is thought that this has been done since the Bronze Age, when it was used as a ritual for warriors to prove their strength.
A lot of real G's doing time.
You're really rough, guy. Just can't get it.
To get deeper into traditions, we first need to classify them. There are some traditions that obviously are, but some others that may not be considered as traditions. For example, is eating 3 times daily considered a tradition? It has been proven that many cultures throughout the world don't do this. Actually, it could be considered a kind of modern thing, but we never question why we do it. So, what is going on here? Here comes Ortega y Gasset with his theory about ideas and thought. According to Ortega, ideas are those kind of things we do question, such as the thought that being blonde is better than having brown hair or things like that. On the other hand, thoughts are those things we take for granted, such as the certainty that the sun will rise every day.
Or the fact that she doesn't love you.
Taking this into account, we could classify tradition and analyze where problems begin to show up.
Most things considered as tradition, such as bullfighting, could be grouped in the ideas of Ortega, as they are questioned and have many detractors. These kind of traditions are certainly not a serious problem. We could discuss the ethic of killing bulls in public, but the fact that we discuss it reveals that the people who support them are conscious about it. They have made a decision. The problem comes with some traditions we don't discuss, or at least weren't questioned in their time. For example, giving sacrifices to gods was not only not questioned, it was socially accepted as a necessity for having good crops and healthy lives. Sacrificing a sheep for the gods doesn't seem that evil, but take it this way. Do you think racism and fascism were questioned? Do you think people who follow Hitler and betray their neighbors for being Jews made the decision that the Jews are worse than the rest? What the Nazi Party did was precisely to take an idea and convert it into a thought, taking all the consequences.
Many philosophers consider that the human being is social by nature, but whether this is true or not, it has been observed that people have a natural instinct to group with each other. Regardless of the reason why this occurs, societies always have something in common. Could be a political aim, could be a religion, but beyond the reason, traditions are always present. We could consider them as the sign of humanity. Tiene un coche, tío, no te creo. Sí, pues ya no me voy a mover, que se mueve el coche.